This town was built on salt, on the rare potash salt. For over 80 years, Berezniki has lived from the potash. Now it's at risk of being devoured by it.
Cracks are showing up everywhere, and they just keep coming.
It's terrible. From the start, it's been terrible.
Berezniki on the Ural's western slope. It's known as the Russian Atlantis. The town is sinking, but its people aren't giving up.
We're just waiting and hoping.
The workday begins at Ural Mountains, one of the world's biggest potash producers. We drive through tunnels of a mine 8 times the size of the town above it. For decades, the miners have been digging, until they'd hollowed out an almost unimaginable 84 million cubic metres underground. It's an oppressive feeling to realise that this mine is gradually subsiding and collapsing. The Soviet enterprises got too greedy and routinely disregarded the regulations. One day, water broke into the mine and began eating away at the salt layers. The rock ceilings collapsed into the flooded caverns. Then, the surface above gave way. Sinkholes appeared in parts of the town. Ural Mountains has said that the remaining tunnels are safe. There's no danger to the residents of Berezniki, they say.
The ceiling is braced with these things called anchors. You can see the end of one sticking out there. It's inserted through a drill hole and fastens the ceiling to the stronger layer of salt above it. It stabilizes the whole thing.
No attempt at stabilizing anything can help these people now. 12 years ago, Irina and Andrei Khorhov fulfilled a long-cherished dream when they bought a house of their own. Now, cracks are appearing in the walls. The dream is in danger of falling like a house of cards.
Everything's getting cracks. There's a crack, another over there. The house is tilting. You can't get the doors open anymore. It's pulling the house apart, and we can't do a thing about it.
The Khorovs' home is in the last row of houses at the edge of the danger zone. Inside the zone, entire buildings have sunk several meters down. Now, the area is deserted.
The fence over there is the edge of the danger zone. We're not allowed to step across that edge, but we have to live here.
Berezniki's train station is closed. It's too close to the danger zone to be safe. And the church, symbol of the country's resurgent religious life, is at risk of being swallowed up by the earth at any moment. 2,000 residents were evacuated from the tenement blocks behind this fence. Ural Mountains let us look around the main shaft at the edge of the town. 9 years ago, a sinkhole hundreds of square metres wide opened up here and engulfed the administration building. These danger zones are kept under video surveillance. Some people who've lost property have been compensated, but not all. The Khorovs have to fight for their fair share. The authorities have classified their house as partially inhabitable.
If it ends up falling down, we want to be prepared. We've been moving our valuables to friends and family. Her winter fur coat and summer shoes, so we don't have to look for them in a panic.
The official line is that the mistakes of the Soviet era will not be repeated. Safety for the people comes first. That's small consolation for Andrei Khorhov. He says the authorities have been sitting on their hands. And they offered him far too little as compensation for the value of his house.
Our future is uncertain. Our city government is just waiting for some house to collapse and kill somebody. Maybe then they'll take action.
They still cling to the hope that they can reach some kind of agreement. One that would enable Andrei Khorhov to build a new house on safe ground. He's not ready to abandon Berezniki yet.